Hello and welcome to the People's Preview. 4 different people, 4 different opinions. If you wish to get involved in future episodes, make sure to stick around to the end and I'll tell you exactly how you can do that. But first, let's start with Chelsea.
For me personally, the game this weekend, I want us to go out there and prove in some extent that we can be what I expected them to be. At the start of this season, I had high expectations for us. And I thought we were going to play, I wouldn't say extremely well, but I would say well, considering who we've got and the potential that lies in some of our players. I at least thought we would be at the standards that Wolves are at or Leicester are at. And we've just come out of this season exactly the same as what we've been the past few seasons. And I kind of want the game against Wolves to be a redemption of we can be at that standard, and I really want us to come out with a win. Now, I know it's tricky to say that because Wolves are literally fighting for a Champions League spot and they're doing very well at keeping that standard of having that top 6 position. And when you just look at us and you look how we can go from playing decent the past 2 games that we've had, you just kind of think, oh, it's going to be the 3rd game. We're just going to be 3rd time unlucky and it's just going to go down the drain. And it's hard to keep such a positive mentality when you see that the only thing that's literally keeping us from relegation is goal difference. And every game to me is, we have to win, we have to win, we have to win, we have to win, because there is no exception to just take a loss or take a point. It's got to be, we go out there and we win and fight for every game that we have left and fight to stay up. I'm hoping for a strong lineup. I'm hoping for kind of the same lineup that we've had the past 2 games. I don't think Moyes will change it. I hope he doesn't. But, you know, when you just think he's just going to cock it up and just completely change the system because we played well and didn't get a point from Arsenal or 3 points from Arsenal. It's just please just keep faith that with the right training and the right motivation, we'll just stop fucking up chances and get it in the back of the net. But score prediction wise, I just sit here and I'll just say that Wolves will probably win at least 2-1. But I really want to say that we'll win and it will be 2-1 to us. But it's just the way that Wolves have been this season that just makes me not want to say us. But with a bit of birthday luck, as it's my birthday week, hopefully we'll get 3 points and it will be a good week. But what can we do?
So on Sunday we face Wolves, and I strongly believe that we couldn't have picked a better time to play them. Our game is sandwiched in between tough ties against Olympiacos, which they will be right up for. I also think David Moyes has a very easy job in terms of his team selection this week, and that his squad is as strong as it has been for quite some time now. At the back, I saw Ngakia live for the first time about a week ago, and I was very, very impressed. I think the partnership of Ogbonna and Diop is getting stronger and stronger with every week. And I think Creswell is also showing good form as well, and certainly keeping Masuaku out of the team. In midfield, alongside the ever-dependable Rice, I think he's got one decision to make, and that's Noble or Souček. Noble has been poor in recent weeks, but last week I don't think he did a great deal wrong. I certainly don't think he did anything to warrant being dropped. That said, Souček has looked very impressive when he's played and changed the game when he came on last weekend as well. Up front, the front 3 just need to focus on their final ball and their decision making. Antonio and Bowen have been supporting Haller really well, while also getting on the score sheets themselves lately as well. Off the bench, I also think we're going to have plenty of options. Obviously, we'll have Noble or Souček, whoever doesn't play. And there's rumours that Yarmolenko could be back as well. And although he divides opinion, he certainly knows where the goal is. And I wouldn't put it past him to pop up with a goal on Sunday as well. Overall, I think it's going to be a good weekend for us. I can see teams around us dropping points, and I think we're going to come away with a good result. I can see us nicking this 3-2.
Wolves usually scare me a lot. They're an incredibly good team going forward. Out wide, they are very, very, very strong. You look at some of their wide players, their wing-back system, kind of the envy of any team in our position or lower in the league. They're a very, very good side. But recently, the way David Moyes has managed to set the team out, the way he's managed to improve us defensively, and I do think we've significantly improved defensively over the last 4 games, I'm not as scared as I once was. In fact, to be honest with you, I'm going into this with like a little bit of confidence. Not a huge amount, again, I'm not thinking we're going to rout them or anything, but if we set up the same way we set up against Arsenal, against Liverpool, against Southampton, then I think we're in with a fighting chance with this one. I think we might be able to get something out of the bag, which I wouldn't have thought 4 games ago. I wouldn't have thought that 5 games ago. Wolves' biggest strengths going forward are out wide. They've got the wing backs, they've got the incredibly fast wingers. Adama, whether he plays or not, these are the type of things that used to terrify me. But Aubameyang, Salah, Mane, these are all players who are better than Wolves, who we've kept quiet. Who Ngakia has kept quiet. Cresswell, I think, I know that's like a controversial thing, but I think Cresswell's played pretty well. These are the things that I think will be the key to beating them. And then on top of that, they're good defensively, but they're certainly not impenetrable. If again we line up in the same way going forward, then I think we can get a goal out of this. I think we can get 2 goals out of this. At home, depending on how loud the support's going to be, and I think it will be, because this is a huge game for us, given again the ridiculously hard games surrounding it, you could almost target this one and say this is a winnable game. Even though they're better than, say, I don't know, well, they're in a better position than Arsenal are, for example, but I think this is a winnable game, and I think we should approach it as such. I think we play the exact same lineup, essentially. Midfield 3 for me would be Rice, probably Rice, Noble, Fornals. The only reason I say I wouldn't start Souček is I just don't want to see him risked at this point. I think he's too important to risk. But everything else, I think exactly the same way. Exactly the same, even though I didn't think Antonio had a good game against Arsenal and I would have substituted him off, he still starts this game because he's kind of vital to that. If we hit them strong, if we set up in the same way Moyes has set up recently, I think we're in with a shout with this. I'm going to conservatively say 1-1, but I do think there is a 2-1 victory in there for West Ham somewhere.
Hi guys, I'm going to talk about our lineup for the Wolves game on Sunday. Tough game. I think we've got to go strong. We've got 3 players that if they pick up bookings in this game, are going to get suspended. Snodgrass, Noble, and Ogbonna. I think we've got to go with Ogbonna to keep that back 4 consistent and solid. The other 2, not so. So here goes. So I'm going to go with Fabianski in goal, obviously. Ngakia right back. So I'm going to go 4-2-3-1. So Ngakia right back and Cresswell left back. Stick with Diop and Ogbonna central defenders. Souček and Rice in the middle. Gonna put Noble on the bench. 1, he's knackered. 2, he's 1 booking away from suspension. And then the 3 attacking midfielders, I put Fornals in the hole. Bowen right attack mid. And Antonio left attack with Haller up front. I would go with Yarmolenko on the bench. Antonio's going to burn himself out, isn't he? 70-80 minutes. So he can either replace Antonio out wide or replace Haller if he keeps missing again. So that's my team.
So there you have it. If you wish to get involved in future episodes, you can email us hammerschat@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on Twitter, hammers_chat. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks for watching.